This is Live with Kori, and I'm broadcasting from my studio in Orange County, and we have Adam Werner today with us. Hey, Adam.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. I really love your music. And by the
Thank
way,
you.
where are you from?
I'm from the LA area, little
Awesome.
northwest LA area.
A little bit north of me.
Yeah,
On a good day, I can get up there in an hour and a half, but on a really
yeah,
bad day, 3 hours.
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Welcome to LA.
Yeah. I wanted you on the show because your album Deep is a really amazing album, and your whole
Oh,
you do really good guitar work. In fact, I would compare you to Alex DeGrassi and
wow.
Will, because and especially Michael Hedges, since you have the
Oh,
finger style way
well,
about
thank
you.
you. That definitely means a lot to me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and I'm not just saying that because I've seen you play. I've been watching your videos this week just to kind of get a feel for you. You do have your own stamp
Hmm.
on your own music, and I
Well,
really,
thank you.
really enjoy it. And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, going way back, I started guitar at the age of 14, and basically did the whole, let's start a rock band sort of thing, and wanted to be a rock star, and played Hollywood and clubs and bars and stuff around town, and then in the middle of all that, I met my wife at the age of 19,
Huh, cool.
and so we started our lives a little bit after that, but we were together for a little while and then decided to get married and have kids. And I couldn't do band practice 4 or 5 nights a week anymore because I had responsibilities. So I was trying to figure out how to um, transition from rock band to something else, anything to hang on to music, yet still work and do take care of business at home. And I had always been a fan of Wyndham Hill and his artists from the '80s, and decided that that could be a possibility for me. Since I played rhythm guitar in the rock band, no rhythm guitarist has ever gone solo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really had to figure out how to do it by myself. So I was a huge fan of Michael Hedges back in the day. And when I learned that he had passed away, I was just shocked and saddened, and wanted to learn as much as I could about what he did because it was just so mind blowing, that if I could acquire any of those tools and skills to try and do something on my own, then that's what I wanted to do. And I'm just a huge fan of the music altogether anyway.
Yeah.
That's what really kind of got me going. Was I was actually learning some of the things Michael did,
Ah,
and
that's cool.
yeah, so I just went from there, and here I am. So
Awesome.
yeah,
What causes you to write music? I mean, what influences you?
um, that's always a tough question because for me, writing music is extremely hard. Some people can just pump out music all the time. If I get so lucky, I might get, a melody or a guitar riff that comes easily. But developing it into an actual composition, a full song or whatever, I mean, it's not easy for me. I struggle with that because maybe I'm just a perfectionist and nothing is good enough for me or whatever. I don't know what the case is, but um, I get inspiration from random things. I'll have a focused theme that I'll be working on, or I'll find a tuning that I like or that sounds good. So songwriting comes from all different realms of the universe. I can't really explain it. referring back to my latest album, there were a couple of tunes on there that had specific themes, you know, like Sage and Sand for Tristan. The first track on the album was actually written for my son, Tristan.
Sage and Sand, it's actually for Tristan, and it actually has Samite on it. So
Yeah.
we're going to go ahead and start with that, and I'll play that.
Awesome.
Here we go.
njagala kwogerako naawe ebintu nga bizibu bintu bizibu nnyo nandyagadde kuwa ekisumuluzo naye ebintu bibi tusobezza newankubadde tusobezza bwe nkutunula mu maaso ndaba ng'ojja bitereeza mujja bitereeza nkukwasa ekisumuluzo kozesa okwagala ojja kukomyawo emirembe mujja bitereeza ojja bitereeza sango yamawa
That was really beautiful. So is
Thank you very
Samite singing in his native language?
Yeah, well, he's speaking in his native language. Samite, for those of you who might not know who Samite is, he was a Windham Hill artist from Uganda. Plays flute, kalimba, and vocals. And I was introduced to him through Will Ackerman back in about 2006, and I knew instantly that when I started writing this tune, that he had to be on it, and kind of gave him the story, the backstory of it, and just let him run with the ideas. And he did everything exactly the way I envisioned it. It was the weirdest thing. And so he plays flute and he does the vocal instrument. You know, he's not singing any words, but he does speak in his native language, and he's telling a story of a father passing down, you know, the key to life to his son, and that key is love. So his son and his son's generation will fix the world with love. So that's basically kind of what he's talking about.
That is amazing. I love that. I love listening to him. I've heard him
It's
on other
incredible.
people's albums too,
Yeah.
and I've yet to have him on one of my own.
Yeah.
But
He,
I need to.
yeah, he's a really incredible musician, and just the purest heart. He's so sweet, very nice, and you know, I always enjoy, you know, talking with him and you know, just hanging with him and whatnot when I get the chance to. So he was great, perfect for the piece for sure.
Well, that's really cool. So now I'm going to ask you a very difficult question. Maybe it
Okay.
won't be difficult for you, but I've wrestled with this myself the past year and a half. So what do you classify your music as?
You know, I just, for the most part, people don't know what I do. I initially I always say, oh, it's, you know, instrumental acoustic guitar. That's basically what I say initially,
Yeah.
and they kind of give me this look
Huh?
like, huh? And then I just say, okay, it's new age. And they, you know, the older generation kind of know what new age is. The younger generation have no clue. So it's really how I do it, is just I'm an instrumental acoustic guitarist.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a school teacher, so
Are
you know,
you?
I have a full-time job as well, and you know, it's hard. I mean, it's hard to juggle everything and make sure everything and everybody gets the proper amount of time.
Attention.
And yeah,
Yeah.
it's always a struggle for me, but you know, I do what I can. That's probably why I don't pump out so much music
Yeah.
so often, you know, because I just don't have the time to really dedicate to it.
Yeah.
Also, writing music is a struggle for me, so it's like I got a double-edged sword there, you know. Like, I want to do it, but I struggle with it, and
Yeah.
when I do have time, it's like, you know, it's hard, but
But worth it, right?
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
absolutely,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
I'm
Otherwise,
gonna.
I would have quit a long time ago.
Oh yeah. I know what you mean. I
Yeah.
know. I have another track. It's called
Okay.
"Thank You,"
Oh,
and I really like this one. And
thank you.
when we're done listening, we'll talk
Okay.
about that. Okay?
Awesome.
All right.
Thank
Here we
Mhm.
go. That was another great track.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Where did you record?
I recorded at a friend's studio that's local here. My friend Adam Howe has a home studio that we recorded in, and he co-produced it with me, and
Nice.
it was such a fun experience, working with him and trying new things, recording techniques. So it was great. We had a lot of fun.
Cool. Is this the Adam and the Adam
Yeah,
from the Adam and Adam video?
yeah.
Okay.
Adam and I do a side project that we write music just for the sake of writing music because it's fun and we enjoy it. And we actually created an album's worth of music, so we released an album just because. And
That's
now
fun.
we're in the process of finishing up a second album. So
Nice.
yeah, it's fun.
You guys
know.
work well together. I was watching the video. I
Yeah.
assume it's at his house,
hmm
his home studio, and it was really awesome. I
Yeah,
mean,
we have so much fun. Like, we definitely don't take ourselves seriously, but we take what we do very seriously, and we take care, in every process. And I think we do, excellent work as far as recording quality and things of that nature. Studio stuff. Compositions are relative. So, but we have a lot of fun. Definitely have a lot of fun working together. Wish we could do it more, but life doesn't allow it at this point. So,
it would be fun to do a concert with you.
yes,
Just
that would be
I
awesome.
need, I'm just by myself doing this live with Kori alone in here.
Yeah,
And it's just, sometimes it's just like, wow, by myself, this is a lot of pressure.
yeah. We should definitely get out there and play together. So
I would love
we'll
it.
have to make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, you would be a great addition.
Oh, thank
It
you,
would be fun.
thank you.
So tell me a little bit about Thank You.
Um, Thank you kind of has a never-ending story. Initially, I wrote it for a compilation album that I was producing and releasing when I had a record label back in the mid 2000s, 2005, 6, 7 time. And we were putting together a solo guitar compilation album, and I wrote that for that album, and it was kind of my way of thanking certain people. It was just a thank you to them. And then some years before that, I met Chris Yetton, who lives on the Big Island of Hawaii, and he has a concert series called the Woodsong Acoustics Group. And he and I connected, and he invited me to do one concert with him. He didn't know who I was, and I didn't know him, so we just kind of were just feeling it out. And I had the best time ever in a live concert performance experience ever. And I bugged him for a year and a half to let me join and be a part of this thing, and he begrudgingly accepted, and we went on tour for a couple of weeks here on the mainland, and we just clicked. We worked so well together musically. He does Hawaiian slack key guitar and fingerstyle guitar, so we kind of have some commonalities,
Yeah.
and so we tour as often as we can. For the last almost 15 years, we've been touring together and working together, and it's just been the greatest experience. And through that, I've managed to, or I should say, I've been blessed to have been connected with so many of my musical heroes, meet all kinds of new wonderful musicians such as yourself and a slew of others. So the song really kind of is a thank you to everybody that has helped shape me as a person and a musician. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
and then most recently, I know this is kind of a long story, but most recently, when I went through a really, really dark period, a couple years after the Great Recession.
Oh, yeah.
And I was ready to just give up everything. I couldn't find it in me to do music anymore, and there was no creativity. I was just bone dry, with any inspiration or anything. And I get a random message out of the blue from a guy I've never met who lives in Canada, who's telling me how much he loves my music and what my music has meant to him. Right at the time that I was thinking about where I'm going to sell all my equipment.
Wow.
Because I was ready to just give it up. And this guy's name is Chris Tischbein, who is actually the bass player on that track.
Oh.
So from that experience, he kind of changed my mind. And when I decided to re-record this song for this album, I asked him to join me in playing bass on the track, and he did an amazing job. I mean, it was without that random message, who knows where I would be today? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for him, it's a huge thank you.
Yeah.
So, and it was an honor to have him on the track as well, because he's an amazing bass player in his own right. So it was kind of cool. It was really cool.
Awesome. That is cool. I really I like
Yeah.
it when you get messages like that. It's just a shot in the arm, especially when it's like, oh hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, and I had learned that he was a musician himself, and he played bass, and that track is his actually favorite song of mine.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, okay, well, why don't you just join me on it? Like, how easy would that be? And I said, just do what you want, do what you feel. I don't have any bass ideas, so you just run with it. So he did, and sent me the track, and I was like, yep, totally, it's going on.
All right.
Happening. So it was very cool. It was such a great experience for me. So
Very cool. That is
Yeah.
really, really awesome. I love stories like that.
yeah, they don't happen much over here, but when they do, it's
like,
pretty amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
So
The next track is called Deep.
okay.
It's the title track of the album, and we're gonna go ahead and listen to that,
All right. Awesome.
and then we'll talk some more.
Okay.
That's really, really awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's truth, man. You're speaking a lot of truth musically.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the point of this album for me. You know, my last album came out in 2006, and you know, again, struggling with my ego and you know, life in general. I just said, you know what? I got to stop trying to impress people and just write music for this because I love writing music and
Hmm.
it's about the music. So this album is about the music because there's no ego in it at all. It's not about look what I can do, look what I can do. Um, it's about the music speaking um, from the heart, you know. So
Clearly, we can get that, just listening.
well, thanks. That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to get the music to speak, and hopefully it connects with you know the listener at some level. So
Oh, yeah.
um, yeah,
Totally. Yeah, I totally get you when you talk about ego. Um, the last 2 or 3, 4 years, I've really had to batten down, just
yeah,
let go of that because it was interfering with what I was
right.
trying to do. And of course, my family, they're not shy. They're like, "Mom, you're losing it."
Yeah, yeah, right, right. Well, at least you have a good group there that's supportive and will tell you, you know, what you need to hear rather than what you want to hear.
It is so true. It's like,
That's awesome.
get over yourself, Mom.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
awesome.
I love that they're so truthful to me.
Yeah,
While it hurt, at the same time, I was like, well, why does it hurt? Let's pick this
yeah,
apart.
yeah,
But
right.
yeah, but everybody, Adam Werner, go get his album. Tell us
Yeah,
where we can get your album.
thank you. Just go to my website and you can get a direct link right there, adamwerner.com. There's a Bandcamp, you know,
Player, yeah,
play or something that you can buy right there if you want. And you can purchase either the download or the CDs, and I'll send you the CD.
awesome. And it's Adam Werner, WERNER
Yes.
.com. And
.com. Yep.
thank you for coming. We really appreciate you
Thank you for
taking the
having me. I
time.
appreciate it very much. Thank you.